everybody. I am Steve. This is A is for Alice. B is for Boston. B is for birthday. Because we're going to go back to A. It's Anthony, Gambler 812. It's his birthday. And I've been wanting to do a video about debut albums. Basically a band's introduction to you. And I thought, you know what? Introduction, that's your first chance to sell yourself. You know what? You normally go by a channel in the VC, somebody new or somebody new to you, certainly. You watch it. It's normally that first video you decide whether or not you like them or not. Anthony, he had me sold. He probably had you sold on the very first video you watched of him. Always amazes me. There are certain channels where they just haven't taken off big. And Anthony's one of those channels. I would think he would be at 1,000 subs, no problem. For whatever reason, he hasn't made it, but hopefully he will soon. Anyway, it's Anthony's birthday, and I believe he is 49 today. I was going to pull out 49 debuts, but that would take too goddamn long, so we're not going to do that. So I am pulling out 13, 4, and 9 equals 13. And yeah, these are all great. Certainly ones I'm leaving out. Like I know I didn't pull In the Court of the Crimson King by King Crimson. Certain other ones, but these may very well be my top 13. If you haven't had the pleasure of checking out Anthony's content, I will leave a link to his channel. Go over there. Even if you don't want to give him a sub, which you should at least stop by today. Pick any of his videos and say happy birthday, Anthony. So, let's start this off with ZZ Top's first album. Yeah. This is ZZ Top I love. A very good bluesy, little bit of rock thrown in. Billy Gibbons, great tone on his guitar. Always love the sound of his guitar. Found out about them from an old girlfriend's brother. All right, here's the big one. 1969, Led Zeppelin's debut. Oh man, those drums start on Good Times, Bad Times, and you already had me sold. I don't think I heard this when it initially came out, but at that point I was, 13? So it was really probably when I was starting to find my musical taste. It probably really didn't start happening until 1970. I was still so wrapped up in baseball at that point. But what can I say about Led Zeppelin that hasn't been said? 1972, Blue Oyster Cult's debut. Yeah, Cities on Flame with Rock and Roll. Another great guitarist, Buck Dharma. Probably the theme of this collection here is great guitarists, because we got Billy Gibbons, we got Jimmy Page, we got Buck Dharma. Talk about another great guitarist, certainly in my top 10. 1973. Montrose. Yeah, the great Ronnie Montrose right there. And there's Sammy Hagar looking kind of sullen there almost. Imagine at this point already, first album, Ronnie's already told him, I'm the boss. You don't like it, you're going to be out of here. And he was after the next album. This album set the template for this band, Van Halen's debut, 1978, a mere 5 years later. Yeah, Eddie wanted their album to sound like this album, so they got the same producer, Ted Templeman. And to be honest with you, I like Van Halen, not a huge fan. Normally not my style of guitarist I like, but you can't deny the talent, and it is chock full of great songs, but it was actually my 13th pick to make this list. Another great debut, another great guitarist, Queen in their debut, Brian May. Was it 73? It is 73, I believe, yeah. This I got, I think probably got it the day it came out. I remember coming home with it, being at the record store, and started out with Keep Yourself Alive, and I was sold. Here's probably the only, does have a very good guitarist, but They are a Prague band, a German Prague band. This album from 1972. Jane and their album Together. Burn Pulse, great lead singer. Unfortunately, it's the only album he did with them. Died young. I think he's a member of the 27 Club. Here we are with my favorite guitarist. Oh, Anthony's really digging this album because he got the Rhino reissue. Black Sabbath's debut, 1970. My God, Anthony's not even on a planet at this point. But you know all about it. Here we go. Now, if you're my age, at this point, you're looking for somebody to replace the Beatles. The Beatles have been gone for a while. You want some great, pop songs. And these guys released their debut, 1977, Cheap Trick. Now, I knew some of these songs when this came out because I grew up in the area. I had seen them in bars. So some of it was not a surprise to me, but a fantastic debut. Followed up probably by an equally good sophomore album. Saw these guys a number of times. These guys were road hogs during the 70s. And since they were from the Midwest, I would see them a lot being here in Chicago. This is Kansas and their debut. I would say certainly for those first five albums, they are truly an American prog band. Another top guitarist for me, top 5, hands down. Rory Gallagher and his very fine debut. And man, if you don't know Rory Gallagher, I'm just going to tell you, go on YouTube, listen to the song I Fall Apart on here. Third song, side 1. A man who can make a guitar cry. And me, simultaneously. My favorite album by this band came out in 1972. Another great guitarist. And it's kind of a dark album. It's not anything like the band that came to prominence in the late 70s and 80s. And that is the Scorpions' Lonesome Crow. Like I said, very dark album. You won't even know it's the Scorpions, except for the, obvious vocals. You'll hear Klaus Meine. So. And then, just for him, but you know what? Is this a top 13 for me? It probably is, because you cannot deny how many great songs are on this album. God, let's see here. I'm going to say you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 7 great songs on this out of 10? And that is the Kiss debut from 1974. First saw them on Don Kirshner's rock concert. And I was sold, then went to see them. Same year, with UFO. They were touring Phenomena and T-Rex. So there you go. 13 great debut albums, also known as an introduction. And if you don't know Anthony, go over there and introduce yourself and wish him a happy birthday. Anthony, buddy, happy birthday to you. You are truly one of the great guys in the VC. I am honored. Call you a friend. Somebody I talk with basically every day on this thread that I'm on with MGK, Trevor, Gary, myself, and Anthony. So there you go. Thank you.